Warning. The content in this podcast contains some explicit language which may be offensive to some listeners and may be inappropriate for children. Therefore, the content in this podcast is intended for a mature audience only.
So, when'd you fall in love with hip-hop? Right here, what we're gonna do is go back.
You know what?
Hey. This is, look, how many times have we been live, too?
Mika had to charge her phone first.
My phone is never, that's not a surprise.
No, it's
No,
never
it's
charged.
That's why I bought you a charger today.
Thank you, Dante. Everybody that know me is going, they said thank you right now, because you know my phone is always dead.
And it always dies.
It is.
No matter what we're doing.
Nope, don't matter.
Okay, so, anyway. This is Mocha T. I am Capri.
I'm Mika.
And I'm Dante.
And it's funny, we kind of sat in order today.
We did.
I know, I'm in your chair.
You're in my chair. Yeah, I don't
even
feel right, but I'm going to let you go to sit there.
And I sit right here every time. I'm all right, you know. I like the couch. It's cute. And we have a guest with us today.
Brandi Hargrove.
All righty. So, eventually we're going to work this out, right? We're going to get the whole live thing going on time. Sorry, y'all. We like 20 minutes late. We on CP time today.
A little bit. But, you know, it was great time. You know, yeah.
Right.
It's okay.
We said 4:30, 4:50. Hey, you know what? Y'all still got us. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. So, Mika, you're weak.
Girl sucked.
We love you, though.
I know, right?
We came out to see you on Friday, even though I had a headache and felt like I was going to throw up.
Girl, I said, who is this there? I didn't call JB. I said, JB, did you outside? I'm like, what is all this noise out here?
I'm not going to do it. I said, I don't think she going to answer to them. Dante going to say, don't make sure she don't show up with a gun.
Y'all to say y'all was outside.
Well, I didn't know if you had a gun or not. And so
you know
I said, I think we need to call her.
So she don't show up to the door.
You know, I immediately heard something. You know how I'm thinking right now. So I'm like.
Because I get nervous when my doorbell rings. Because it's kind of like, okay, who coming over here? Ain't nobody supposed to be over here. No. So y'all get nervous.
Because normally, you know, you got to call. If I don't know that you coming to my house unless you call me and say something. People just don't pop up at my house.
And I'm like y'all, you know, I don't necessarily, you have to go through a gate before you get to before you get to the actual door for me. Yeah. So if you get to my gate and I don't know you were supposed to come, I'd be like, who is this? Who? You know, through the phone. Who? Hang up. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, for real.
You didn't text or call me. You didn't give me a heads up. You don't get through my gate. So
no. So it was just like I had to call my son, and by that time you texted and said we outside. I'm like, oh, okay.
I was trying to protect myself, protect you.
I'm like,
protect us.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
But we love you, so we need to make sure you was good. Kenyatta's event was really nice.
I showed up late. I had a birthday dinner, but I showed up about. I mean, it was like over, but I still got to see her and eat some cake, so it was nice.
Good.
Yeah, the cake was good.
Okay.
I don't know where she got that cake made.
It was real good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good.
The
cake was good.
It was like strawberry something.
Courtney gave us a shout out. Shout out to Courtney McLean.
Oh yeah, get his book. What is his book called?
I don't know.
Shakespeare.
I feel
like Shakespeare.
We need to look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna look it up.
Something like that.
We're gonna look that up.
Yes.
But
shout out
to Courtney, because he basically was just like, if you have a dream, kind of fulfill your dream. That was his thing. So kind of like fulfill your dream, be about your dream, invest in your dream, and we talk about that a lot. Like we've invested a lot into this. So he shouted out the podcast in the process. So it was really nice.
That was nice.
That is nice.
Nice little speech he gave to Courtney and them. And then they had Tavy the poet. I finally figured out who Tavy the poet is.
Oh, you didn't know who it was before?
I did not have a clue.
Oh.
Are you into poetry?
No, at all. Not at all. Only poetry that may be a little bit of rap or, you know, R&B, because poetry can kind of cross over.
Oh,
to
yeah, I
the
agree.
music.
Have you ever
So,
listened? Have you ever been to Dope Poetry?
No.
We're gonna have to take you one day because you might. There are some poets up there that's gonna make you be like, okay, I didn't think I liked
Exactly.
poetry at first, but after listening to you, I kind of like it.
My best friend, I have two of
You know
them.
what?
She does poetry.
The one that's coming up, no, not in November. You know, it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
male. It's all male exotic poetry.
We're gonna take you with us.
You want to go with us?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all
Put
male.
all male erotic poetry.
I didn't know that it was all male.
This year they doing all male.
All male, no
Last year-
females.
Last year was all
was all
You had to give me a little
Last year
they switched it
costume.
up.
You know, they was all in like
yes,
dressed up.
yes,
Oh, hold on. First of all,
I'm
so
getting me some
is Glenn Whitaker gonna talk?
yes. You know, of course.
So anybody that knows Glenn, that's heard Glenn's
Yes.
poetry.
He's the shit. I like him a lot.
Glenn make you start. He take you all the way back. He make you even envision the space in which
Exactly,
he
he
talking.
That's the truth. You could visualize like his poetry. It's
You
like,
can.
You be sitting there like, oh my god,
Ooh.
like
Because if Glenn is in it, that's gonna make me, you gotta come prepared with what you're doing after.
Yes.
So ladies, when you come to Naughty in November, make sure you prepare for where you going after. Cause I'm telling y'all, if y'all hear Glenn, y'all gonna need a after. You gonna need an after.
Unfortunately,
ain't
I always
got
come
an
home.
after-
But
If you ain't got an after, you need an
Is
after.
this like a
you think?
Love Jones type of thing?
No,
it's like erotic.
It's nasty.
it's erotic. And they're kind of like dressed in character, so it's more like a dominatrix type. Like, you know, they in leather, they
Yeah.
got whips, they got all of that.
I'm
It's
telling
nice.
you, once you hear Glenn, you're gonna be like, I don't know. I feel my nipples, my vagina. It's all feeling some kind of way. It's a little wet down there.
You gotta try it out.
You gotta try. You gotta go with
I
it.
wanna
So
see.
You got a question for us?
I do. I have a question for you guys. What is the most elaborate thing a man has ever done for you? Most elaborate. And we'll let our guests go first.
Most
Brandi, most
elaborate. Buy me a car?
Oh,
Shit, yeah.
I mean, that's happened several times. But
Oh shit, Brandi. All right.
Oh, I was just gonna say, buy me a fur coat. Oh, we on different levels. Okay.
I mean,
We
it's
on different
not.
levels,
I
yeah.
mean, not anything. Not no Benz, Range Rover.
I mean, but still a whole car.
No,
A
a whole
car.
car.
That's
Yes,
thousands.
that's
You
what's up.
you
Yeah.
thousands of dollars. Okay. All right.
A whole car.
I mean, ladies,
I can't relate.
I can't either. I've never had a man buy me a car. So
I don't even know like the most elaborate. I don't even know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know that.
Because I can think of your most elaborate.
I know. The only thing I've ever gotten from men is like purses, shoes, jewelry.
But it ain't even got to be
It's
that.
been-
What's
right.
your most elaborate thing? It could be somebody like
It
set
could be an
something up for
event.
you
It could be
and told
flying
you,
out.
Got picked
I mean,
up
I've been flew out
limos and flew out. You know,
Yeah,
No,
like flew out.
No,
I've been flew out.
Valentine's Day, we had like a limo, and somebody did buy me a trip to go to Vegas. But I didn't go because I was actually talking to somebody else, and I felt bad.
Oh wow,
And she should have went.
And then I realized I should have went anyway,
Went.
wasting my time with that person.
You did. You should have
I
went.
wouldn't really want to say that, but
Yeah,
Not really waste. I think you learned a lot.
You can't say that.
You learned a lot. Every relationship
I hate to
gives you an
say waste. I
experience.
hate to say waste, but I really should have went to Vegas.
Yeah, you
That's
should.
all
No,
I'm saying. I
yes.
should have went to
Okay.
Vegas.
I agree.
Yeah.
And so this person had paid for the trip, paid for everything, and then I was like, I can't go because I'm talking to somebody. Because I was...
You did it because you was talking to somebody?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. I know. But listen,
No, that was the right thing to do.
I just felt because...
Talking?
Well, they
No,
ended
they
up
was in a
They ended up
relationship.
in a relationship. So I
They
think the
ended
talking,
up in a relationship, or was they talking?
They was
It's-
talking
I
at the
regard-
first.
No, at the time we was
Because
in a
I low
relationship.
key would say,
Oh,
depending on what type of relationship you was in, I would have been gone.
It was moving towards a relationship, and this person don't even live in Oklahoma. He lived out of state, so it's kind of like one of those, we just meeting up, and I pay, can you come? And at the time, I wasn't talking to anybody, and I was single, so it was like yes, and then I
You started talking to somebody,
and then I
and
was
you
like,
didn't
she
want
should
to
have
go.
went. Is that that's what you said? Huh?
Bottom line is, I probably should have just went.
It honestly, for me, it would depend on how serious I was with this person and where, like, what we were doing, but and not even just me, how serious I was with him, how serious he was with me.
He was
Like,
serious.
He was serious.
he was.
Your
he
girl
was trying to
on the
marry
other
her.
hand.
He was trying to marry her.
Your girl on the other hand wasn't so serious.
He was probably more serious than I was.
She was.
But I typically get that though.
I would have to fill it out, maybe just take the trip and just, keep my clothes on and just, hey.
So and I probably would have did that.
Or
just,
next
do
question.
the great lie of, I'm on my cycle, it just is what it is. But I'm going to Vegas.
So I was gonna say this is the next question. It's funny
y'all
I said
didn't
that.
answer. What's y'all most elaborate? Y'all
I
didn't
just
answer.
told you I've been flued out.
Yeah, she said.
Where did you go? Where you fly out to?
We're not gonna have. I guess I kind of have to now, huh? Since I brought up the question and I kind of have to have that conversation.
Yeah, y'all
So
went
where'd
all
you
up
go?
my shit.
I was flued out.
I wasn't all up in your
I
shit.
was flued out to Chicago, but that's it. It's just Chicago. Y'all know Chicago is one of my favorites. Though.
And what about you? Your fur coat?
Yeah. it ain't been no car though, Brandi. I feel like
I don't know. I mean, we didn't get trips and
We
stuff
gotta
like
step our
that.
game up to get a car.
right. Car.
It's
She
just,
said
it's
Actually,
just about the
somebody-
people
no.
you know.
Somebody actually offered to give me a car.
See, that's just, a
They
fine.
did.
Okay.
But Crazy would have came along with that car.
Yeah.
And so I had
Yeah.
to choose. Do I want to deal with Crazy or do I want to have some peace?
I know this
And I
was like,
like,
you don't think
let me
about
have
it.
some
You don't
peace.
think
You
about
want
it?
peace?
No, I mean, personally,
Yeah,
Crazy
you want
didn't
me
come
to
with
say
mine,
yes.
so I didn't have to think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that make
What
Crazy
now?
though.
What
That's
happened?
easier. She said
Crazy didn't have to come
ours.
with mine.
No, Crazy
Oh,
would have
okay.
came with mine.
Okay, got you.
So
Yeah.
Crazy,
Well.
Crazy. I wanted some red bottoms. He was-
And
he was willing to do
that this matters, it came from white men.
Oh, it does.
Oh.
Man. No.
Yeah, that does.
So I just
It
want to
does
throw
matter.
that out there.
That does
This came
matter.
from white men.
It,
And I did not
It
have
does
any
matter.
sex whatsoever.
I mean, I could
Honestly.
okay, so let me
Yeah.
say that I have been offered homes. I have been offered cars. I have been offered a lot of things from white men. I have been offered a lot
That's
of
what I
things
said,
from
white,
men.
and that's what I mean.
that's
This,
Now, so my most
Yeah, it
elaborate
is.
gift from
I
a
have-
black man is being flued out. But my
No,
most
same.
elaborate gift from a white
Not
man.
not an offer, but an actual gift.
No, because
Yeah.
I've never taken gifts from white men. Like I've never, but I've been offered gifts from white men. I get
Okay,
offered.
gotcha.
White
Yeah.
men see me and they love me.
I'm taking every gift from a white man I can. I need every reparation that I can get. and I don't know that I hear them talking about the reparations just in case. Because we moving forward.
So you like, in
So-
case you
Yeah.
never get it, you gonna get it.
I mean, I ain't
I done
heard
had
that
about
before.
2 cars. And we ain't. I had my reparations and some. I done been
Hey.
flued out with amongst flying out. I'm getting clothes,
That's
Okay.
what's up.
and I'm
Okay.
talking about clothes.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
Clothes that I probably would look by with my budget.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
That's
hey.
what's up.
That's
Okay.
what
I
from
mean,
white men.
well, you know,
Yes.
maybe I should start accepting my white men gifts.
I don't get anything off of mine, so I don't know.
I should probably. So Brady's saying I should accept mine. Those are my reparations.
That is your reparation.
I mean, hey, if you don't want to, if you feel like nothing comes along with it, and if you
Nothing.
ain't offering,
No,
Does it ever come with anything? Do you have to do anything? For
nothing
it?
ever comes with it. I play.
no,
I
something
mean,
comes with some stuff.
I mean,
Even if it's kind of a whole bunch of conversations that I
Conversations.
really don't want to have, something comes along with it.
see,
You gotta play
personally,
the
I
role.
mean, maybe the edge I have is a genuine relationship. I end up growing this relationship. It's not. I'm just one of the cars that I got came from somebody that I was employed with.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
I mean, so it's
I
a
was
benefit
employed
on
at the
both
job.
sides.
They were
Okay.
the chief financial of the company.
It-
So I was in a department where I worked closely with them, bringing the mail and things of that nature. So that's how I even knew them.
Oh wow.
I mean, I guess it's worth it at that point because then you kind of build a business relationship or whatever. in
That's
that
what it
space,
was.
and
I
it's
had
kinda-
definitely a business relationship. I was let go from that job behind a racist white woman. I got a call 2 days later,
So she knew.
going crazy.
So she
like,
knew.
Huh?
Did she know about y'all?
No, it was nothing going on at that time. I'm just
Okay.
going to work.
Okay.
This relationship didn't develop until 2 days later. I get a call from this man saying, "Hey, I didn't have any parts of this. I just want you to know that I don't have any parts with racist white women coming down on black women and things and mind you, I'm going crazy. I'm living in Dallas, like, you know, I got a whole apartment and a kid."
Right.
You know, and I'm coming into work suited, booted, degreed up, speaking well, doing so I'm fired. What?
Right. Well,
Texas is an at-will state.
Oklahoma's an at-will state too.
Yeah, Oklahoma is too.
So I will not speak on that today.
Okay. Next question.
The challenges. The next question. So next question is, if a man flies you out, should you be expected to fuck?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
But I think that should be conversations that should be had
Before you get there?
prior to going. I don't think you should allow somebody to fly. I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. So y'all should discuss that.
So is it probably the expectation if you haven't had the discussion beforehand? It's probably the expectation before when you get there.
But more than likely they're going to expect it though. Actually, you know what? I put the question out yesterday. Remember I put the question on my Facebook if the person you date, if your kids should like the person that you date, doesn't matter. I put that question out there. Yeah. So somebody sent me an inbox and said, "Hey, can you ask another question on your page?" She said, "I've been talking to this guy online for like a month or 6 weeks." And she said, "We're supposed to meet up in Dallas." She said, "Do you think that it's expected that I have sex? Should I wait to have sex with him? Or do you think that it's okay that I go ahead and have sex with him when I meet him in Dallas?" So I told her, no, keep your legs closed. Like, if it's only been 6 weeks, just go ahead and keep your legs closed because clearly that hasn't been working out.
Wait. What do you mean? What hasn't been working out?
Yeah, me too.
Let me find.
What she told me, she feels like she's been having sex with people too fast. So she finally decided to start dating online. She met this guy in Dallas. She said she's been talking to him for like a month or 6 weeks, but basically she wants something long term. So she's asking me if I drive down there and have sex with him, or if I drive down there, do you think I should have sex with him or should I wait?
Oh, okay, so I have something. One, I can say I feel like I'm real versed in this area. One, I wouldn't say not have sex because you can have sex with the same man. With a man the first moment you met him, and it's not going to determine whether he wants to marry you or not. So one, go off of how you feel and what you want to do. That's what I will say, and that's what I would put it. It's just how she feels. If she feels like it's not working out, just not working out, you can save yourself for a long time and it's still not working out.
Well, she actually wanted the opinion from men. She wanted me to put it out there and wanted the men to comment because she wanted to know how men felt. If I'm in another state and this woman comes to see me and I fuck her as soon as she comes, how would I feel about her?
Well, I think
you don't even want to think.
I think sometimes
in case people had questions. That would have been
on the Facebook page.
Uncle T. Somebody.
One of us, I guess.
Yes, could have been.
But I guess the other thing is I've had a lot of men, or I've seen a lot of men who say it don't matter when. I've had men who be like, I fucked a girl the first time I ever met her, and the first time I ever hung out with her, and we ended up in a long-term relationship. Yeah. I've had girls who waited 90 days. I fucked her and it never went nowhere.
I think it goes by we're grown enough to kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of know the feeling.
Feel that right.
Like, I don't know if you should put no time limit on it. When you
and that's like how I
30s
feel.
and 40s, why would you put a time limit on it anyway? I mean, if she got down there and that was the vibe that they was having, y'all been vibing for 6 weeks and you got down there and that's the vibe that y'all having and y'all just two grown folks having sex, what's wrong with that?
But I do agree with the whole vibe thing. And then she said, well, I don't know if I should do the Steve Harvey rule, the 90 day. But I don't necessarily think that works either because guys know, okay, at day 91, I'm going to hit it.
Well, I think it just depends. First of all, if you putting time limit on it, day 91,
right if I gotta do a 1 or 2 or 3,
I don't think I've ever put a time limit on when I would have sex with a person. I think it was always just kind of like vibes and how we felt about each other, or like what was going, like where this was going.
I don't
put more like a chemistry type of thing for me. So I don't. If it was the first time, if it was the 2 months later, if it was 3 months later, it just happened to be like just the progression of where we were and how comfortable we were.
Yes.
So my best friend recommended this book for me that she used on currently. Now they have a kid together, but it's called Not Your Mother's Rules. I have it on pretty much audio, and I like the book. It's a lot of rules. It really talks about being not as accessible to the man.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's a lot of it. Get busy. Don't be accessible as much to the man. That's
That makes
pretty much what I got. If you didn't want to read the book, when I was just listening to the audio, don't be accessible to the man. When you're dating a guy, be busy. Don't answer that call. You know, have those rules, have those boundaries.
Do you think it's because it creates that chase, kind of, somewhat?
And that's pretty much what I got from the book. Like, it pretty much just says, don't be accessible. Get busy. Like,
and that makes sense.
If you don't have anything to do, find something to do. Get busy. Don't respond to that text.
Don't be too busy, because anybody can make, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's important in your life, you
don't get busy, you respond. But,
exactly.
you know, whereas where you might be doing something and you might stop and put down that phone and start texting, finish what you was doing.
Right.
Finish what you was doing.
And then text back.
And then text back. Whereas when you start falling in love and getting giggity with a guy, it's like, you know, you over there. you know what I mean? Like, no. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Not always respond. So I can say that I think the most successful part of that is, and it's not necessarily just intentionally, but I think that you should have as much of a life as a woman as men have in their life. And I don't think you should stop everything you're doing. I think the thing is, as women, you naturally want to stop to give him your all. But I think that it's important to continue to push on with what you got going on. I'm busy, you busy, we both busy. When we can get together, we can get together. If we can't, we can't.
And keep them wondering about them.
Right.
And the book was an old book where it came out like before social media. And then they had to revise the book because social media came out. So then it talks about how people can check in up on you, you know, through social media. It was like you want to kind of get this where he can't, like, he wants to, like, check on you.
Figure out.
He got to check for you, period. Like, let me text this girl because I need to know what she doing. Period.
That's why you don't need to post everything you at every
exactly.
check-in.
Right.
And that's what the book was saying.
Go missing for a few days.
Hey.
Go missing for a few days. You'll get some text messages. I promise y'all, go missing for a couple of days. Just don't post on Facebook. Don't post on Instagram. Go missing for a couple of days. If he's really that into you, he'll text you.
Facts.
Oh, definitely.
Go missing from your phone for a few days. He'll text you. He'll come looking for you. I mean, and so I've recognized that part. Just period. Like,
especially being to think that they're a hot commodity. And women men who always have women chasing them and stuff like that. And then when you start kind of like, not necessarily ghosting them, but just kind of being busy. Like, he like, well, damn, she ain't hit me today.
Busy body.
Yeah, well, what's up with
all
you?
kind of shit. What the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
alrighty. So, let's just move to it. Question for you, Brandi.
Yes.
When we look at your social media page and just kind of who Brandi is, have you always been in touch with your sexuality?
Yeah, I would pretty much say always. It started pretty much at 18 when I left for college. It pretty much started then when I had a camera and freedom and social media, which is Facebook.
Okay.
That's kind of really, really where it started. And the tension, like, I was going to school in North Carolina and social media gave a presence where, I'm from Oklahoma and I'm in North Carolina. Then I'm going to big events in North Carolina and around Halloween and stuff called, like, we had something called, like, Chapel Hill was called, like, Apple Chill, like, around Halloween, where I'm walking down the street and people are noticing who I am because the image I'm giving off on Facebook, and it's just really me being me, but it's me posting my pictures of sexuality. That, you know, it's me kind of being who I am. I'm probably in boy shorts and a sports bra, and believe it or not, I grew up a tomboy, and I still am, but I just want to do what I want to do.
Okay.
So you just kind of that person is just like, hell, fuck the boundaries, right? Like, we had a conversation a lot, like, well, I guess not necessarily in the podcast, but where I started having this conversation about, like, when people say that's not appropriate. But I think sometimes what's the measurement of appropriate? Is it what I won't do, so what I won't do makes it inappropriate for you to do? I think that sometimes we measure appropriation based on societal norms or what we're comfortable with. So then we say, that's not really appropriate. Well, then who is it not appropriate for? Not appropriate for you? I mean, because...
It's just not appropriate for society as a whole. You know what I mean? It's outside the norm. So anything that's outside the norm, people think that it's inappropriate.
Right.
So did it start big in North Carolina? So you started?
Well, when 18 hit, and I went to North Carolina when I graduated.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I was. So when I went to school, of course, I just wanted to get away. So Oklahoma, North Carolina, far.
So what was, what was like the first thing that you posted that kind of got like...
So Facebook cam, and it's just for college students. And I'm probably like posting pictures, on my bed. And I'm a dancer in a band, too.
Okay.
So I'm in a HBCU. I'm a dancer in a band. I have my best friend with me. And... she's into makeup. I'm a tomboy. You know what I mean? She's into makeup and hair. So I have this digital camera. She's always making me up. Okay, we got to do this, girl. We got to, okay, do it then. You know what I'm saying? So we coming into this and we stepping out on the yard getting attention. Beyond. Going to North Carolina, I realized that men will do stuff for me, period. And it'd be easy.
I've said that about the East Coast, though, haven't I?
Going to North Carolina, I just realized that.
I mean,
with
all those
ease.
states over there.
Okay, so my question is, with you living over in North Carolina and living in Oklahoma, do you feel like the men are way different on the East Coast than they are in Oklahoma?
Absolutely.
What makes them different? Like what are the major
is it more of an appreciation? Because I feel like when I go that direction, it's more of an appreciation of my beauty. Like,
when I say different in the basis of a man, I feel like maybe the same, but they definitely have different ways about themselves. Okay. Should I say? If I can say in general, like a man, no, I think they're the same. But in ways about themselves, no. I was living in Oklahoma all this time. When I got to North Carolina, I had men taking me out with my friends playing for the whole tab. Right. That's when I first, 18, that's when I first learned. Okay. And I'm just living my life. These men are asking me and I'm just obliging. Hey, yeah, what's up? Get your girls too. Me and my boys, we going to the movies. He's swiping his for everybody.
That's what's up.
This is when I'm first learning, like, scratching my head, like,
because they don't do that in Oklahoma.
No.
They like your friends coming, so who paying for her?
No.
Right. Your friend got some money.
Your friend got some money.
Making sure I'm aware. I mind you, I really didn't date heavily, even in Oklahoma before I left. I had boyfriends, but it was just that petty boyfriend stuff, like, you gonna come see me at my house, or you gonna come in?
Right.
No guys took me out in Oklahoma.
Period.
Before I left.
Until you went to North Carolina.
No men took me out in Oklahoma before I left. Come to my house.
So talking about men, how is it in having a relationship and now the way, like, because obviously you said he's okay with it. So is it different?
What do you mean, having a relationship and,
being on social media, just...
No, and being comfortable with your sexuality.
No, it's the same.
Okay.
It's just the same because I'm being who I am. It's no different. It's just me being able to be who I am. Like, I enjoy being... So, you got burlesque and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So I love that. I love burlesque, the idea of being a muse, a commodity, something beautiful to look at, art. I enjoy that. Okay. And so I put that out there, and I feel like a lot of people are scared to be into things or what they enjoy because of what other people may think of.
That's the major.
I know a lot of people
Yeah.
that hide behind so much,
Yep.
even sexuality,
Yep.
because of. I know women that hide behind that, but they want to do that. They want to be a little bit more open, but they just don't know how other people may feel about them if they do that.
And I
it's
bet a lot
funny
of people
'cause-
admire you for that, though, for just being so open and being free and being who you are.
And that's what I want to promote.
You really do.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, even though your sexuality is out there, and you see pretty much everything, but at the
end of the day.
At the end of the day, like the deeper picture of that is, I'm free. I'm being who I want to be, and other women are able to look up to you for that.
And you posted on Facebook probably a couple of days ago that there's women that inbox you and ask you how can they do it without like other people knowing that they're doing it.
Yeah, I have probably about 5 people
that want to be able to
that has came to me and said that one thing, like, how can I do this but not be, and I'm positive, I'm optimistic, but I don't know. Personally, I can't show you that. You might have to go find somebody else who's secretly doing it. I can't show you how to do that.
Right.
Because for me personally, I want to show you how to, do exactly what you want to do.
Exactly.
So
without worrying about anybody else.
What do they mean without anybody else knowing?
So maybe people feel like they have family members or, other endeavors or businesses that, they don't want people to feel like
a certain way.
Right. And that's totally understandable. But whatever business comes my way will be, you will embody everything Brandi Blaze and everything me, and what that means, and me being free and open. And that means not putting me in a box, because you can't put me in a box.
Right.
I'm just multifaceted. Just because I have my clothes on don't mean that I can't talk politics or I can't talk something else. But that's how a lot of people want to put you.
Right.
They want to put you in that box because your clothes is off, or you're twerking, or you're being sexual or something like that. And I just kind of want to be able to put a stop to that. Be able to show you different. That women can be multifaceted.
And so you did the recent scooter, what's the name? The topless scooter event at downtown. How did that go?
It went well, actually. I would love to get a bigger turnout. I'm gonna do it next year again.
And what is it? The topless scooter.
So she.
Is that the one I seen you on a scooter downtown with the little bra thing, right?
No,
I went downtown.
She went with. I think you put like pasty. No, she didn't really.
I didn't even use pasties.
She had like a napkin. I think that you kind of put on there because you could have went to jail for showing your areolas.
So in the beginning, let me actually tell y'all, it wasn't even a napkin. I had some penny liners in my purse, and just in the beginning while everything was just going on, I just put the penny liners over my nipples. I knew I was going to take the penny liners off once we got started. But just in the beginning, just to keep everything cool, I just put the penny liners over my nipples. Not to mention you had some people there and so annoying, like, hey, I'm like, I just wanted to sock some people, But outside of that, I just put the penny liners there. And then once we took off, I just yanked them penny liners off and did the cruise downtown and just free, and the police escorted, and I never had really, and I never had any
so you're
like, soon as I took off, I snatched off my the penny liners off my nipples.
So you say you wish you had a bigger turnout. How many people participated?
I would say about 20, and that's men and women. But I want more women. I had men riding on scooters and things of that nature that was there. Other people. No, I had people there that had their own channels and people coming for their own reasons, YouTubes and so. I mean, I don't think that. I think it was just the publicity behind it, because they were also there, like they had. I met other YouTubers and things of that nature, and people do that. But people came from Muskogee, Tulsa. So I mean, that alone was big. even if I had just two people
Exactly.
come from Tulsa and Muskogee,
That's true.
that
Right.
meant a lot for me.
Right. So
Right.
is this something you're gonna do annually?
Yes.
Okay, and it'll grow.
Right.
more
That's
people-
what I'm hoping.
yeah,
I
It
want it
will
to
grow
grow.
because more people will hear about it, and it's like, okay, you know,
Exactly.
it's something that they'll start looking forward to.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
I hope so.
I think that was big because it was one of those things. So we listened to your interview on the radio. So my daughter was in the car with me, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "This is a girl named Brandi." I said she's doing a scooter, a topless scooter ride downtown tomorrow, and she had to work the next day. But she was like, "Mama, I wish I could go." And I was like, "Well, you have to work around the time," and it was like 3:00, and I was like, "You're gonna be at work, so you can't go." And she was like, "No, because you've always taught me to be really comfortable in my body." She was like, "So I think it's really dope that she's doing something like that." And whereas some people would think like it's degrading or devaluing, I think there are a lot of women who I teach my kids, your body is your body, because I think a lot of times we are growing up in a culture that tells you to look at what your body is and be flawed, and some people are miserable in the body that they have. And so I make it that's one of the things that I've always been taught. I thank my mom for that. And so I teach my kids, your body is your body. You can't, unless you surgically change your body, you have to live within your body. And I don't want my kids to feel like, well, I'm too skinny. Because, for us, I grew up really skinny, and people call me olive oil and other things. And I always wished I had more or less of this or that. And so for me, my mom always just was like, you're fine with what you have, but society will make you feel like you need more.
And I think it's important as parents to give your kids that confidence, because
It is.
other kids will make your
Yes.
kids feel uncomfortable about
Yeah, that's
themselves.
true.
Very much so.
Very
And
much.
and people will look at you and they'll scrutinize and they'll talk about, and I can't believe you have. I remember one time I was in high school, and me and one of my friends had saw this outfit in this store, and I walked into the store, didn't realize the store was Lane Bryant, didn't even know what Lane Bryant was for, didn't cross my mind. I just saw an outfit, thought it was cute, and walked into the store. And the looks I got for just being in the store. And people think, oh, well, when you big, people look at you funky. But when you really skinny, people look at you crazy, too. And so they looked at me crazy like it was something wrong with me. And so I can even remember all the way down to the outfit that I was looking at in that store. And that moment and how I felt when I walked out. It's been times I've been in stores and people be like, well, if I could just wear that like you, that's the most uncomfortable thing to tell somebody. Like, I'm sorry, I can't change your body no more than I can change my body. And so I've always just made it a thing to just make sure my kids are comfortable in their skin.
Right.
And my daughter is she's skinny, she's tall, she's lanky, that's who she is. But when she heard of that, she was just like, Mama, that's amazing. Like, she's down there. She was like, I really wish I could be a part of that. So if you do it next year, she'll be 18 next year. So I'll let her go.
Yes, come out there.
She
And
can
then you
come.
can also wear pasties. Like, some women was out there in pasties because they were scared of being arrested. But I wanted them to arrest me because I would, you would just make me that much more famous and give me a lot of money, because I would fight it. And I had people that was willing to fight it. So...
Right.
I know people was like, their attorney general said, I'm like, okay. And I'm calling his bluff. I'm calling his bluff
You
today.
just like to break the rules, huh?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
That's what it
But that's an act. That's an old school activist mentality.
An activist mentality.
No, I just want to do what I want to do, honestly, within kind of, and I might bend it a little bit, but I don't hurt anyone or anything like that. But I just feel like me having my boobs out was no different than these men walking around with AKs, and these rifles. So it's no different. So if they got the right to bear their arms, I got the right to bear my boobs, and do it, and that's how I'm gonna do it.
By all means.
And a lot of people, even in that interview, was talking about, they was asking about, my son, kids, and my son and things of that nature, and I was just like, well, I just had to have a baby, and he helped me a lot. He was around a lot when I was breastfeeding, so. Was I cowering when he was around? No, I'm trying to feed my baby. It's a lot going on. I wasn't cowering, but I teach him.
Yeah.
So it's about how society looks. So if we can kind of, venture it. Of course, no, you still don't want anybody touching you. You don't want if you don't want nobody touching you anywhere in your body, whether it's your back or whatever.
Exactly.
Right.
But
You
it's
know?
crazy how we shun sexuality when it's so.
When
It's
it's needy for
it's natural.
It's natural. It's so natural. I mean, we use our boobs to feed our kids. Like it's natural.
It's natural.
I
How
got
do you
bad
have to-
looks then.
I know you did.
But I didn't get bad looks when I got my cleavage out.
Exactly.
And when you're cute,
Right,
when
but
you
I
walk
know I
around.
got bad looks when I was feeding my baby. Like, I'm like, dang, people really don't like this.
They
It's
don't
weird.
like it.
And I think the other part to that, you know, when we talked about the law itself, it's important for some women who, because I remember being the person who used to be like, when I was breastfeeding Anaya, like trying to find some word, you know, when your baby hollering and you know it's feeding time and you're out and about moving around, don't nobody want to stop and try to figure out how to put something on your, like, I just want to be able to feed my baby who's hollering right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you can pull out a bottle, shake that bottle, and stick it in your baby's mouth. If I'm breastfeeding, I need to be able to just pull my breast out, pop my baby on, and go on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see what's wrong with it. It
I don't
bother
either.
me.
Like, that wouldn't offend me.
It
if a
wouldn't
woman
even,
did that.
and then a lot of
Wow.
things when you think about people just might keep walking. How many you think about even seconds, even the topless cruise, like it's just keep minding your business. But no,
Yeah. I mean, it don't bother me at all when I see a mother breastfeed.
Right.
Me either.
I don't see it often, but it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother
But
me.
even when if I
see,
did,
and that's
like,
sad. What you just said, you don't see it often.
You don't see it often.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It needs to be often.
We should.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the healthiest form for our children, but we're so
Right.
customized to
Exactly.
find formula and stuff because we don't want to be out in public with a titty out with the baby sitting on her because of what other people might say and what
Yeah.
they might think,
right.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
another reason why we just need to say free the nip.
Free to let it out.
Just make it comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah.
just make it comfortable.
Okay.
Just go on about your way, like
Okay.
you know. So yeah. Anyway, so do you have any insecurities? Anything you want to change about yourself?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of insecurities.
Probably not
Wanting
your
to
body.
be normal.
Wanting to be normal. How?
Yeah,
What
I
do you
know.
mean by that?
So being like hyper and just who I am, sometimes just where life has taken me. You know, I've always been in different jobs, but it's not because I can't hold a job, because I know I'm on time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smart. I have a degree. I'm intelligent. You get what I'm
You
saying?
get bored.
So whatever it is, I feel like one,
You're probably very intimidating.
what you just said.
The reason
That's
I
a
can
lot.
say that is
I
because
have that a lot. It's
I can relate. And so what happens is people want you to almost kind of put yourself in a shadow. They want you to kind of like compress yourself into a box. And it's not natural for, like, I'm not that kind of person. It's hard for me to compress myself into a box.
It's like you have to tone down. So, okay, one, I'm sure every black woman almost has to tone down. Let me just say that. But then you take somebody, you know, I see black women that it's easier to tone you. But then you have people that's kind of like me that just have that personality like you did 2 lines of coke. And it's not, you know, but it's not that I ain't a good worker, because I know for a fact that I can run circles and get the job done.
Right.
But then they want you to,
They want
you to suppress yourself even more.
But what happens
And then
when you
you
don't
get-
suppress yourself, though? Why not just be yourself? And just
It
allow
depends
them to...
on
It
what
depends
job.
on what job it
And
is.
allow them
I mean,
to adapt
that's
to
what I
where
said.
you
I can 100% relate, because I've been told things like I'm too black, or when you advocate for certain things and in certain spaces, then they look at you. We live in a very
It could be where we are.
We-
Because
it could be where
I know
we
a
are.
girl who actually, like, I met her in class. And recently, I remember she used to come to class, like, pretty much with these bodycon dresses on, have her hair, like, with these braids and, like, these colors. And I'm thinking, I
personality too big for
I
Oklahoma.
wasn't judging her, but it was, I mean, when we were in Georgia. And I was, like, looking like, dang, like, this girl is... remember thinking, like, she's really free. Like, she come to class with these bodycon dresses on. I got my slacks on and my, like, my loose shirt on.
And I feel like it is a time, and even
It's
with that
where we
being said,
are.
it's still a time and place. Like, I wouldn't necessarily wear a bodycon dress to work.
But she did though. But
Even at a casual place, just because I want to move up. Like, I even feel, I'm not even, you have girls that wear screen tees to work and things. No, when you go to work and you know you dress for the position that you in, that the position that you want, and you still struggling.
But let me tell you though, she did. But this girl, when she opened her mouth, she was so smart. It was like when she started talking, I didn't even see what she had on, and now she been offered a job making $100,000. And so, and she posts pictures, and she in her office, and she still look like that.
But really, she won. That means she could be who she is.
She won because at the end of the day, it's like
at the end of the day,
you want it's like you want me. I'm smart. I know how to do the job.
And I don't have to change who I am.
And I got a lot to offer, and I don't have to change. She got a hoop in her nose. She got her.
I mean,
that's where I'm headed.
That's
where I'm headed.
Right.
And I see her on them pictures, and I love that because it's like she didn't tone down for nobody.
And
she
you
was
shouldn't
who
have
she
to.
was.
That's
At the end of the day, she still remained.
But
who
I think
she
what
was.
ends up happening is,
But I think
us
it's
being
where we
in
at.
Oklahoma,
It's where we're at. We can't
is
do that
you
here.
definitely cannot do that here. You're not only expected to, as a black woman, find some way to fit in, but you're also expected to find some way to not be seen. And so when you're articulate, when you are intelligent, when you do your job twice as hard, you work your job, then it calls attention to you. And so, like, I can understand that. It's intimidating. And I think a lot of people are intimidated by that ability or that level of intelligence coming from a woman. So it does make sense. That makes a lot of sense because I can relate to that, because it's been jobs before where I was told, like, you're going to have to, like, find some way to bring your personality down to,
it's where we are because, I mean, even I went to my aunt's house and she got a new Mercedes and she has an old car and she said, I drive this old car every day. She said, I can't even drive my new car to work because I don't want to get questioned about, well, how can you afford this? Well, we paying you too much. Or we giving you too much overtime. I mean, that's sad that when you have to,
crazy.
you can't even drive your new car because you're worried about getting questioned on how you can afford it. Like,
Right.
it's sad here.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
really sad here.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So anything else you'd like to change?
I mean, in reference to, it's not that, I mean, honestly, I'm just learning to embrace everything. It's not that I necessarily want to change. I'm just kind of learning to embrace.
And I would say to you, embrace. I would say to you, continue to embrace who you are, embrace what you have, embrace everything about you. Simply because who you are is nothing wrong with who you are. I don't know that I would be, I mean, I've always known of you but not known who you were. Just because simply to me you were just like one of those people who, how do I say it, was interesting. And I was like, she's so pretty.
Thank you.
And then you just live your best life. Like, you just live. And it's not necessarily always people are afraid to do that.
It's not from your parents.
Oh,
It's right here, Nathan.
What is it?
we don't know. Sorry. We
My
Now-
white couch.
it's the dye from your pants, probably. Are those new? They cute. You wash them? You just wash them?
Well, yeah.
Probably.
That's not dye.
But that
That's
ain't
something
dye.
else.
That's something black.
Something black here.
Okay.
But no, I thought you were
We're gonna put a towel under your butt.
No, I'm gonna clean it later. I know we gotta record.
Okay.
Sorry,
Excuse
y'all.
us, y'all. Sorry. We can
Okay.
big up booty.
Girl, okay.
Anyway, so the topic today is actually a little different. But like I told Brandi, stay who you are, child. You ain't nothing wrong with who you are. Don't let people suppress you into a box. That's miserable being suppressed into a box. What I say is find a lane that works for you. I'm still searching for that lane myself.
Yeah.
So I would say find a lane that works for you. I mean, and they always say that, like, they call me the wild child, the flower kid, whatever. It's not easy to suppress yourself because you unhappy when you're not able to be your 100% self. So whatever makes you happy, by all means, live in that space to be happy, because other people will tell you how to try to live your life. And then, like I said, I've tried that. I've tried, like, maybe I should suppress myself, but I was depressed as hell. That ain't a good place to be.
No, I know.
Like,
Trust me, I know.
so yeah, embrace that.
Dang.
Embrace who you are and be happy with who you are. Because like I said, that's probably been my freest self, just being me.
Do you have like a lot of like weirdos in your inbox though? Because
You got to.
your body is out.
A lot of weirdos. I wouldn't even say a lot as you may think.
There's probably some pretty normal guys in your
I mean, more normal. I don't have. I mean, people are more annoying than anything because you're dealing with different personalities. But weird guys, I wouldn't even say anything that stand out more so. I got more women that stand out. That's weird than men.
Really?
Believe it or not. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And we in that day and age too, probably.
Like more women that stand out. That's being ugh.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Like I had a woman like. I really want to say like, you need to relax, girl. Like
She had a woman
you,
first.
I know that you're crazy. She asked to use my Snapchat first of all, and that's my baby. No, you won't. I don't know you.
She has
first
to
of all,
use it.
yeah, to go spy on some other dude she was dealing with or whatever. She's like in Atlanta.
She actually asked you though. That's
Yeah.
kind of bold.
Mind you, I never met her. I never met her, but we've developed this
She
kind
wasn't
of
too
online
bad of a
relationship.
person though, because she actually asked. Because most people just catfish you.
We take your pictures
Most people just take them and create
of
a
them.
No, well, it's not even that. She wanted to log into my account to go
What?
spy on someone else's.
That's weird. No, she wanted your pictures, girl. What dog? Because your pictures.
I'm not really sure where it was headed because sometimes people do that. Like you advertise, like now that I got into the premium, I see that, like say I'll follow an account and some other girls from another account are logging on this account, but advertise their account. If that makes sense. So I'm logging on to yours to advertise mine. So everything that I would do.
And you probably got more of an audience.
So you might log on to mine to get followers or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or regardless, your followers are not mine.
Right.
Regardless if I have more, you have more. Regardless,
Yeah.
I don't have yours.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But regardless, we just developed this relationship online, and nothing even, mind you, I have closer online relationships than you. You're just kind of new and just kind of somebody that we comment on each other's stuff time to time.
Okay.
And then she's like, babe, you don't respond. I'm just like,
Babe?
first, yes. And she's like, you're not responding, and you know, she's like responding quicker, want me to respond. And first of all, I respond to my DMs, my text messages, and everything when I want to. For my sanity. For my sanity. And I people, I'll be like, don't take it personal. For me, my sanity. I can get anxiety. I get worked up. I'll be like, no more social media. I have to tell when I put it down. I don't want to look at.
Okay.
I'm not checking another message. I'm not checking nothing. I just want to, put my phone down. But no, she has to use my Snapchat. But babe, no. I make too much money from that Snapchat. One, no, I'm not.
So you do make money from your...
Yes, I make money from my social media, period. Like, they're my babies.
Oh, okay.
I do know that you,
Like, people don't realize that followers mean money. People think, like, people want cloud and things. Followers equals money.
Okay.
yeah.
You if you don't, what can you, so say Dante wants to do a business. I'm going to start selling shoes, online boutique. You're starting with 400. I have 20,000 or 20K starting with,
Right.
which I can grow.
Right.
So I have 20K people I can advertise to.
That's
That's
money.
true.
Or I have 50K people that I can advertise to that can share my stuff, that can do this and do this.
Right.
So people see, oh, you do anything for followers. Yeah, because your mind is so down here with your followers. No, my followers are up here, and my followers engage with me
That's
too,
what's up.
as
Yeah,
well.
Exactly.
That's what's
So you get what I'm saying? So people build these accounts and get these followers to engage. It's not even that. I can have 20K, but it was 20K that don't engage.
Right.
Right.
I want to post things to see if you're going to respond. How many people that's going to actually comment and respond? How many people are engaged and tuned in? That's what people want to see. That's what influencers, that's what people want to see who wants to get their business out
Overdue
there.
sponsors. Yeah, that
Sponsors,
makes sense.
things. They don't care about you having you can have 200K of bulk followers. But if you have 200K of bulk followers that don't say nothing in your comments.
What are they there for?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
So
new
you
to
know-
Instagram.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Right.
know how to work Snapchat. I ain't on Twitter. I'm only
I
on
know.
Facebook. And it took me a minute. She was on
Right.
Facebook for I don't know how long before I finally got it. And so it's kind of like, okay, I can only really do one at a time. But I'm kind of getting into Instagram a little bit. I only follow a couple of hundred people. And maybe 200 people follow me. And that's,
Yeah.
I wish I would have
I'm
used
getting
it.
there.
I mean, I'm just now realizing this. It wasn't until I even just recently just got fired from my job in June that I even just really, wanted to use my following and then grow it from there. I was just tired, I'm actually tired of this, kind of work stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually have something that I can do if I just put my time. And yeah, that's pretty much, and surprisingly, Instagram has a whole algorithm. Instagram is changing consistently because people are getting famous, people are getting money.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now that's true.
Instagram is even changing the algorithm.
Yeah.
Meaning they'll show stuff your account to less people.
If you don't have it.
So I'm more even digging into that side. I start getting into learning the algorithm and where certain posts, because I can post a regular picture like this and get 0 likes and not show nobody. But as soon as I post a picture, you're gonna blast it to everybody. If I post a picture with no clothes on.
Exactly.
I think Facebook has a weird algorithm like that.
Yeah.
too,
All
because
social media is
they actually
Facebook
talk
and
about
Instagram
that.
is owned by
I feel
the
like
same
they're
people.
owned by
And
the
they
same
bo-
people.
They are owned by the same people.
Yeah, because I think
And they both have an algorithm.
Yeah, you can have 2,000 friends, but maybe only 20 something might see your post.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So
It's about DM, who you interact
It's who
with,
you interact
who you
with.
comment on.
Yeah.
So all of that matters.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
even being active on the actual Instagram account.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
commenting, shade room,
Yeah.
comments, all that, likes, even simply DMing someone.
Yeah,
And I've been paying attention to this.
You
to
saying
the
that you
influencers.
should?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
how that's the
Let
only
me
way
tell
you're
you,
gonna see
I've
your
been-
stuff. And they're gonna see your stuff
Stuff,
because
yeah.
it's this
Oh.
one guy. I was like, dang, did he delete me on social media? I haven't seen him in a while. As soon as I went to his page, I saw something that he had recently posted. I liked it. After I did that, I started seeing his
His stuff
posts.
again.
I
Yeah.
should.
Yep. So that
Yeah.
that works. You do have to actually
No,
go and
see,
see stuff.
And
like it.
it's a whole science. I'm sitting back just dealing with, and people don't see that. When you see these accounts that's 500K beside, that's not famous. I'm talking about people that have 0K, like
Yes.
Will Smith, somebody with a branded name. No, people, this is what is this is the behind the
Gotcha.
scenes. Because I'm starting to pay attention to more of these bigger influencer accounts, and it's a girl I follow that I kind of like. I like what she's doing. It's a black girl, so and I just like everything she's doing. And she's smart, educated, degree, but she also in the same line. She posts a lot of modeling pictures, and she actually sells lingerie.
Okay.
So I see your comment on Nicki Minaj. Hey, I DM'd you.
Well, because
I get it. It's just the same.
Can now
You-
see.
right. You're just trying to hit your accounts. It's
Right.
just you're trying to be seen. You're trying to hit the account, and it, yes, it's an art to it.
Wow.
Period.
And we probably need
We
to do
do.
more. of
So
that.
when people
That's
start
the thing.
feeling when people start feeling like, oh, my account, trust me, there's a whole art to it.
Okay.
You
Gotcha.
can post a bomb picture and get
A little
time
bit,
of day.
matters.
They
Yeah.
talk about time of day. Yeah,
Yeah.
Time of day
yeah.
even matters.
Time of day
About
definitely
when
matters.
you're most active. I mean, I would say for us in Oklahoma, just think about when people are off of work. Between the hours of when you're scrolling
Like right
in
now,
the evenings
will be a good
and
time.
the time, I would say between the hours of 5 and 7
Exactly.
are going
Right.
to be the prime hours. Maybe, I mean, I have mine on a business account. Business account is not even a good thing to put it on.
Oh.
It's not even
Oh,
a good
really?
thing.
And ours is on a business
No.
account.
Well, we have our personal too.
Yeah, we do.
No, do not put it on a business account. Because a business account, they want you to pay for advertisement.
Yeah.
So they'll push you to less people. So
That makes sense.
So you can give the money to push it to more people.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does
It makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Yeah, I'll be into it.
Okay.
But when you can get income from it, it's more so. It's just trying to make income.
Right.
That's true. That makes sense though. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. So you have your fan only page.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start your fan only page?
Actually, I was still working when I started my OnlyFans page, and
What made you do that?
One, my boyfriend wanted to do a Pornhub, and he was talking about that, and I was just like, yeah, maybe, and I just branched off to the OnlyFans. Not to mention, like, I've always been in these private Facebook groups, and in these private Facebook groups, it's like, I wouldn't say free groups, but people kind of can be more open and post that type of content in private, more so.
Okay.
So I'm getting in these groups, and you know, everybody posting content, and yeah, whatever content that you can have, people might post, hey, I was with this, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, people have your own personal videos.
Yeah.
But, you know, OnlyFans came out, and I'm just like, why? I mean, I participated in these Facebook groups and these little, you know, clips and whatever, and I don't care about doing it on Pornhub, so I just said, what the hey, and tried it. In my first month, my first month statement said $1,100.
On Pornhub.
Oh, wow. No,
on OnlyFans. That's just the first month.
Wow.
Just the first month, $1,100 from the statement. Like, it's each month you get a statement of
So
what you make, and only a month.
On Facebook or Instagram or?
It's its own individual website app.
Oh, okay.
So it's its own, and anybody can have an OnlyFans. You can post whatever you want to post. You can post your own cooking recipes if you want to. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Fitness people might post their own whatever they want. It's not.
Okay.
Now, of course, a lot of OnlyFans people probably have
like more like
sexual type
nudity,
stuff.
sexual
right.
stuff.
I haven't looked at anybody else's, so I just know what mine has. But I'm sure that people probably post like whatever they want, nudes, whatever.
So
whatever.
is it nudes on there? So what it?
No, they pay to get it, so you can't just access her.
So
stuff.
it's like Netflix.
Yeah.
My OnlyFans is like Netflix. You have a subscription, and I set the price. So my price is $14.99.
Oh, okay.
My subscription price right now is $14.99. When I started, it was $9.99. The app, when I had it at $9.99, the app took it $2. So I got $7.99.
And you still got $1,100 in a month.
Yeah.
So basically, this is just so people can see your pictures.
No.
Or do you have videos?
Pictures, videos, yes. So me personally, I use the videos for me and my boyfriend. That I would have posted
because
on
he wanted to do Pornhub.
Right.
Hold on, I'm confused. Are they sex videos?
Yes.
Because she would have done porn. He wanted to do Pornhub.
He wanted to put them on Pornhub, which
So
Pornhub
she
is
decided
very
to
lucrative
do
too.
the
But then you get paid off of
and
views
she
like
still
YouTube.
gets paid for it.
Oh, okay.
So you have to subscribe to her OnlyFans page to watch them.
Okay.
My OnlyFans is, imagine Netflix.
Gotcha.
That's my OnlyFans. Netflix has documentaries and things. Mine has pictures and videos. Now, it's not just me and my boyfriend. Like, sometimes I don't even have to use my boyfriend. Like, I know girls have, like, their toys or whatever. Like, I have a boyfriend, so I just happen to be lucky.
Yeah.
Some girls don't even have a boyfriend, and they just might choose randoms. Hey, whatever they want to do. I enjoy it much better because I can just use my same person, my boyfriend, and
he's open to it.
Oh, he tells me he makes the videos.
That's what's up.
He uses it on my phone. Yeah. He shoots it with his phone. I shoot it with my phone, and I'll be like, okay, because I don't got time to edit you. Edit and send it to me.
I mean, it's funny because like somebody asked you, was you a porn star now? Like on one of your pages.
Somebody knows.
So what you
So
you
since
are considered?
No. Yes. And I remind
But with her boyfriend.
No.
But it's still considered a porn star.
Same.
If it's on.
No,
I mean,
and
she's
I don't-
getting paid to do
No.
it. Paid to do it.
No, and I wasn't mad. So I was actually kind of like, I don't know if I should be flattered or. but since I started doing this, you notice things. So you have trolls.
Oh, yeah.
Mad people, mostly men.
Okay.
Mostly young guys. Go get a real job. Oh, you just a premium. You to go get a job. You just
Are
any.
you serious?
I mean, but at the end of the day, it's not
What
like.
they get mad for though?
I
Right,
mean,
'cause
you
it's
just gotta
her
think about it.
boyfriend.
You
I mean,
just-
and you and your boyfriend have your son together. Like, I
They
mean,
don't,
what is
but
the,
they don't even know about that. It's just people trolling.
They just know that it's a
I just
thing.
noticed I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
the only one. It's like a thing.
Oh, okay, it's just to get on
Premium.
the top. Right.
Does
That's
that
what they
bother-
call.
Does that bother
No. I get it. I get it. It's like if I posted every day, like what about me not having to work. How would the people who go to work every day feel? Like I saw a meme that say, why y'all at work? Yeah, I could post that every day because every day that's me. But I don't want to because I don't want everybody to hate me. You know what I mean? Because people go to 8 to 5s, and I worked 8 to 5 too.
Right.
And that sucks. And I don't care. It sucks. Majority of people hate the 8 to 5.
Right.
But when you see a girl wakes up and she's in this home and she's like, oh,
And taking pictures.
Right, taking pictures and fucking her boyfriend.
like I get it. I get it. I understand.
Because you fucking them anyway.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I get a little bit where they would get the hate from.
Right.
And then I also got people like, oh, I support your hustle. I see you get it going. But you're going to have people that's, eating noodles, playing games on the floor. They about to go in if they can. Because I'm eating noodles on the floor right now in this air mattress.
And she out here getting $1,100 on her.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying
that's
how
period. Like
it's hate. Like
right,
I had
exactly.
the guy. I was looking. I had this hate come in. So I'm like, let me go look at his count. I'm like, dude, you're like on a floor playing video. I'm like, I would be mad too. Like
right.
this.
You're just angry.
I'm like, he's just like
Just
it's
mad.
just.
But
I
it's
said, boy,
expected,
go
though.
get your. I said, first, you need to put that TV up on the stand. I said, you down here all. No. I was just like, people gonna be mad.
People are.
They're gonna be mad because, and at the day, that's why I was like, I don't post things to get, post, because I don't go to work. Now, since my job fired me, I was doing this before my job fired me. My job just happened to fire me.
Gotcha.
And now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put my,
So do y'all post more now?
I'm my OnlyFans, I still might post once every 2 to 3 weeks. I had a guy complain about me not posting. I gave him a free membership for like 30 days because he said I didn't post enough. And I said, actually, I can post however much I want.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you how much I posted. You subscribed, and I just happened not to post for 18 days.
He's upset.
And he said it was a waste of money. He was like, it was a waste of money. And I said, you saw previous 50 videos and pictures, right? Okay. It wasn't a waste of nothing because actually that $14.99 for what you just saw, it's great price. Great price. So what you not gonna do is get in my inbox and tell me it's a waste of money.
Okay.
Now, because I am running a business and I still see it as that. People, no. I mean, some girls out here scamming. No. You know what? Let me get you this free 30-day and get out my way.
Exactly.
And that same dude gonna come back talking about, do you have sex with fans? I left them on red.
Shut up.
And people I'll leave people on red. Like I don't feel obligated to anybody. Like
So do you ever get like, do a lot of people hit on you?
I mean,
even though they know the status.
Yeah,
like,
hit, compliment, yeah, or
like have you ever been asked for like threesomes and things like that?
Yeah. I just recently was asked for a threesome. Actually. And I was looking, I was just like, trying not to talk about them, but it was just, the girl sent me a picture. Not only that, because I actually open to look for a girl, not for a threesome, but just more so to have to shoot footage with, should I say. for my OnlyFans, because I know people like that. So somebody that's going to be appealing, that I can put oil or vice versa. Just be real cute in whatever I want to do. Just have somebody, mostly you really just modeling for me. I'll come up with whatever the theme is or whatever we're doing. Right. But you're not afraid, even if we're going to kiss or anything like that. It's mostly for just my
viewers.
Right. So, no, there's one girl, I think I would say she's Hispanic. She's messaged me and asked, if I was down for a threesome. And, I'm kind of, let me see who she is. Okay, cute girl. I said, send me some pictures. I got irritated. Girls really need help.
Girls need help.
No, so, she sent me pregnant pictures. So, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Pregnant when y'all see stuff about people needing...
Oh, wow.
I really would love to manage girls. Because girls just... when I see men out here maybe managing girls in that manner, when you see men doing it, you know what that kind of is. Exactly. I'm just some of them need it. They're just...
So, like a female pimp?
They don't know. Why? So my thing is this. Why has to be... Why, in your mind, you're trying to be... Why would you send a picture of you pregnant to somebody? To somebody that you're trying to be... Okay, you want to have a threesome. Okay, great. Send pictures. Send pictures of you pregnant.
Why would
How did y'all feel when y'all was pregnant? Let me ask you this. Did you feel like you want to send pictures for a threesome?
No, ma'am.
And she was clearly like, I said, okay, girl.
Why would that be what you would send?
No, I totally was like,
so she probably needs some management.
She must have felt her sexy, so she was
y'all, I was
done like a fantasy.
Or maybe, she wasn't. Or maybe she wasn't feel sexy.
Hold on, wait, because sometimes when you pregnant,
because how you be like,
you can just have your belly. You have an excuse to have a belly. So if you're not pregnant, you have a belly.
Yeah.
But when you're pregnant and you have a belly, you have an excuse to have a belly.
You hear me?
Maybe she felt like.
I'm just saying.
She was like, y'all was about to have a photo.
Because you go through pictures.
So when you rubbing on her, you gonna do this.
Why did you do that? I just was like,
so that includes you and the baby.
You trying to be in, that's what you thought.
This might won't
No, it's just girls need direction. Everybody, it's not even being a madam. Let me show you how to be inviting. Sexy. Sometimes
I need that.
Sometimes
have you ever thought about?
Sometimes I watch other girls,
space,
and I know they're trying to be sexy.
You should teach something because I got. I saw how you want to be like. Cause I watched the video, so I had to go. So I was like, well, I wonder if I can. I'm so awkward. I don't.
And it's so crazy that people say it because I'm the most goofiest, awkwardest. It's crazy,
but you embrace your goofy, awkward.
Maybe that's what it is. Because I'm like, no, because like my sister said, when I see a camera, my sister cracks up at me. They call me E Hollywood, everybody in my family, because I'm probably gonna come in extra. That's okay. But my sister said, as soon as the camera, I could be just being a mom, something. So she said, my sister be like,
she did.
You got it. No, my sister say the moment I see a camera or anything, it's like instant. And that's
I need to have that. I don't have that.
No, and it's kind of like those pole dancing classes. You're going there. It's like, come on, do you know how to grab that guy that you want? So you're single. And this guy is sexy. He's everything that you okay. Do you know how to even get him to even come to talk to you? Maybe you don't even want to go talk to him. Maybe you don't want to go talk to him. But you can get that man to come talk to you. You can get that man to come talk to you.
And I'm shy. I'm such a shy person.
See, you got to take that. Y'all talking about somebody who was a tomboy and shy and used to talk and cover his mouth and look down like this.
But yeah.
If I wish it took somebody who knew me in middle school, even high school. But let me tell you what brought that out. It was so many times where, even in class, I wouldn't raise my hand because I was just shy and scared to talk in front of people. But then I was so sad when I had the right answer and somebody else got it.
Because you felt like you should have said something.
Right. And those instances kept coming. Like, I'm just like, I'm tired of being this person. I was so tired. Like, and those instances kept coming. Like, where I'd just be like, I'm just this mouse. And I'm just like, but I'm not going to speak because I'm shy. And I'm just this. And I hated my voice as well because I always felt like I had this deep, strong, raspy voice. I just got over it because this box was just more of a hindrance. Just like, and then you go home like, dang, and then you have hours of rethinking that moment where you wanted to speak.
So what was like your breaking point or your turning point for you to like actually just come out? Because that's totally opposite of what you're saying, right? I mean, you're like right now is totally opposite of what.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that willpower. It was the willpower and going to school, having those moments where you had no choice but to get up.
Right.
Like, okay, so Brandi, you're gonna get a D if you don't get up and present. So you're only gonna get half of the grade right now if you don't present because that's what they do you to get you open and speaking in public.
True.
So those was the beginning stages. Like, oh my God, I'm about to have a complete meltdown. Like I'm literally contemplating taking a D. That's how big it was. That's how big it was. Like I'm contemplating taking a D because I don't
I've
want
been
to.
there and done that and took that D.
Okay.
Probably that F.
Are you serious?
And
See, I'm that person. I just face it. I'm just like, what? These are just people. So me, I'm talking to myself. Even though I'm talking, this is what I'm thinking. These are just people. There's nothing.
That's what I tell myself now.
You talk to these people every day. They see you. It's okay.
Right.
Get up there. Just be. So this is me. It's just talking to myself. It's just.
So do you talk to yourself during the videos? Because y'all can imagine.
What you mean? What videos?
She probably real comfortable now.
Now I'm just so comfortable. I was a dancer.
You were?
I stripped for years, so that was the easiest.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay,
you know,
okay.
and really what brought me out the shell at the beginning was I started playing basketball in about 4th and 5th grade. And that was also another, like, reaching moment because you have a stands full of people and then they introduce you. I was first string, so it's like, Brandi. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to be calling my name. Jesus, I can't. You know, that was embarrassing for me. Those were the beginning stages when they're starting to call my name. But then I got on the court and everything was like zoned out. I didn't see anybody. Like I didn't hear anybody and see anybody. And those were the beginning stages. But playing basketball, being in sports, and then just just tired of being just that mouse. Overlooked. You know you have the right answers. You know you can be that maybe wanting to be clapped for, like, oh, that's right, Alex. You have the right answer, and you just, I knew the right answer. I was just scared. That was my shine. And I just came out of it. That's just.
Came out of it at full force.
I had to.
I think you probably maturated over years. So let me tell you how I kind of ran into Brandi. So it's funny because I don't really know Brandi, but I feel like over the years I've gotten to know Brandi. But we started off as Twitter. And we followed Brandi, but Brandi would be entertainment, honey.
I knew you before Twitter, though.
Did you?
Well, I knew of you before Twitter when I was younger because I feel like you have a brother.
I do.
That I knew. So I knew him, and that's when I probably knew him more of those years when I was just more of a mouse. Through my cousin Desiree. Okay. That's how I kind of got around, and she kind of brought me up because she's more of living in Edmond, and I'm going to wear your hair down. Let's wear your hair down. I was a tomboy, so let's go wear your hair down. But being around, I remember your brother, so that's how, and that was way before 20 years.
And it's so funny because so many people know me through my siblings that I'll be like, how do you know me?
Well, it's just more so like, this is your brother and this is his sibling. Right. So that, you know somebody and you know who his siblings are.
Right.
So that's how
So when we first, it was Twitter, and oh, baby, she used to go hard. And so on a good Twitter day, if you was on Twitter, you used to be like, go look at Brandi page. Brandi going in on somebody. It got so bad, Brandi got called the Black Widow. Baby, because she could shut him down. I don't care who
I
it
forgot what I
was.
was.
Baby, she would almost pretty much dead people. Like, I don't know what crawled up under her at the time. You was at Langston.
I was at Langston. I was publicly dating. I was
A
dating.
few people.
I was dating someone.
Oh, okay, maybe that. But
I was
baby,
dating someone that he put me on Twitter. First of all, it's like you're dating someone, and their attention is always on this, and this is somebody that's controlling. This is somebody that I dealt with on and off from 21.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
32. I'm talking about 10 years of can you get it together? Or you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So this was those stages. And him being a little popular, I don't know really if he was popular. I would probably say that. And then our relationship probably became popular. But he is the reason why I got on social media. But then...
baby,
that just was a volatile. If that split, the whole OKC Black Twitter,
baby,
because he was popular, and so the Black OKC Black Twitter was shut down. Like it was times where I think I threw some stuff, his chairs off his porch across the yard, across
babe,
some. He tweeted it, which. I wasn't expecting him to tweet. I was just doing me. When those done me wrong. Back then.
baby,
You don't do me wrong.
Exactly. Okay.
Y'all listen, I was harmless as pie.
Just do a churn.
Baby, no.
He lived on the east side across the street from the bus where the bus yarn where they have and
Oh, Crescent Hill.
Yeah, Kristen Hills.
Yeah.
and really what it is, I didn't just throw no chairs. I couldn't get, he let I had keys, I had all kind of stuff after a breakup. He didn't want to get. So that tells me, one, you ain't trying to break up. Because anybody that want to get rid of somebody, they gonna give you, they gonna stuff.
Right.
Oh, so me, of course I'm young and emotional and just showing out. I show out even with just regular. So I'm young now, and then just be showing out. First of all, I tried to take his patio furniture. It couldn't fit in my little Ford Focus at the time.
Why?
Beat me off. I'm just like, I can't get it. So I just was like, he ain't gonna have this furniture because I can't have my stuff. So I just tossed it across the barnyard where the bus station is.
Baby.
Wow.
He gets home and tweets, look what this girl done done. I said, he didn't put my whole life on Twitter. So now, here come Black OKC.
She crazy.
Baby.
You already Black OKC is going down. Just
baby.
No, I don't know about. I just
No.
got Twitter.
No, she
No.
was not. But
But she's right.
She did become crazy.
No.
It wasn't that she was crazy,
But right.
but the way she was putting
Coming
out on
off.
Twitter
Like,
and the way
was
she
crazy.
came off on
No.
Twitter, you thought she was
No.
crazy, and you didn't think she was crazy. You was just like, don't fuck with her. And I never understood. Like after a while, it was just like, why do these dudes keep fucking with her? Because she would get to Twitter. And baby, it would be like,
No,
if I was a
few
nigga, I
Twitter
would just, I would stay clear of her. Not because she's ugly, she's really pretty, but you would be like, but when she gets mad, you would be like, so
No.
who is this person? Like, baby, I
I'm just
promise
gonna
she
let
had a
it-
nickname.
I'ma
Her
let it
nickname
tell-
was
I'ma
the
tell
Black
it.
Widow.
I'm going to tell it and let it be all. I'm going to tell it and let it be all. So basically, you deal with me, whatever it is, it'll be out.
It's, baby.
So you want to mess with me? Because I didn't mess
Because I
with you.
feel like
You
one
started
of
this.
them, she was like, and you eating my ass and blah, blah, blah.
No, that went viral. That went viral and everybody. Like, I got so much hate. I got a lot of followers from that. But I got a lot of people who was just like, see, you make it hard for dudes. Like, even females was mad. Like,
Baby, when I say...
But you didn't. You were just.
this was a whole different guy. This was the rebound guy from the controlling guy.
But baby,
knew
she
everything.
was going
Yes,
hard.
this is the rebound guy.
I mean, I don't think he had a reputation. He couldn't say shit to
No,
nobody.
this guy wasn't a nobody. This guy really was a nobody.
It don't matter. And what he was after
he
that,
was really nobody.
he was shit.
Or either he was gonna be shit, or either he got he got a lot of women.
He was a college student, but no.
But it didn't matter. What I'm telling you is by the time she got done with him, there was no more him. Everybody knew him as the guy who ate Brandon ass.
He was dating.
Like everybody knew him as the guy who ate her
every
ass.
time I lash out because it's majority of the reason is because a man is cheating or something.
And I understand that.
Some people die.
So you just put them out there.
What you mean? Some people die.
I mean, that's what I said.
I watch
called her the
TV,
Black
and
Widow.
when people cheat, some people die.
That's
Some
true.
women, some women
Fatal
get,
attraction.
some
Right.
women
Fatal
get
attraction.
can't see nothing. Like they're
Yeah.
just so
They're
hurt. They're
tunnel
just so
vision.
yeah.
They're so pissed off.
No,
Yeah.
I've had hurt so
Yeah.
much, but now being older, you can understand the hurt. Now it's crazy because you can kind of like I've dated like a guy at this early age, and I've dated the same guy at this late age, and that same guy almost been like on some like didn't move like he thought something was gonna happen, but it never happened because who I was in the later years, I would just haul off and be like, take flight or just throw something or just be this, and it's because
So
somebody.
grown, and so they're still expecting you to be this person that you was back then. When you
And I will take flight still, but in reference to it being a man and cheating, I can be more understanding. I used to always think cheating was because of me back then. I don't know. Cheating
definitely not.
You got to grow up to understand
You have to
that.
grow
You
up.
have to go through
Right.
all of those.
Yeah.
You got to go through that hurt, that
Right.
pain, and then you got to get to this
Exactly.
point to see that and understand that. But then you looking in the mirror. You want to be normal. You want to
Okay.
be this normal girl because you thinking like every woman start picking herself apart
You are
when she get
absolutely
cheated
right.
on.
And I know
She
women
can't.
like that.
You can't it don't matter how pretty
Exactly.
she is. It
Right.
does not
It doesn't.
matter. She's gonna pick herself apart.
Yeah, that's true.
And that all I wanted to do, I thought because I wanted to be a normal girl for the guy that was cheating on me all the time.
Yeah,
I just wanted
right.
to be so normal. I wanted to be whatever he was. He was the type of guy that would be like,
Exactly.
you can't wear that. Okay, all right. He was the type of guy that was like, you can't just jump in the car and go to the convenience store with my friend. You can't do the things that I just normally, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't trying to do anything like, oh, I need to grab something too. Let me just ride
with you to the
Exactly.
store.
Let me ride. Come back. You don't do that. Don't you do that again. Oh, okay.
You're right,
All
though.
right.
A lot of times cheating is not about the woman, but a lot of women think that it is about them. And
Man.
they try to change themselves. They try to lose weight. They try to straighten their hair. They try to change the way they dress. They try to do all type of stuff thinking that it's about them. And most of the time, it's the man. He got some type of psychological problem, or he just can't have just one woman.
it just
has nothing to do with you.
It just has
You need a perfect woman, giving him all the sex in the world, giving him everything that he wants, and he's still gonna do it. If that's
Right.
what he wants.
Yeah,
He
I
has
honestly
nothing
don't
to do.
think monogamy is for everybody. And like you said,
I don't think it is either.
What you
No.
just said, he's just a cheater.
He's just a
Yeah.
cheater.
What you just said it.
Yes.
Sometimes you just.
You can't
And
even
I
make
try not-
excuses for him.
I think
He's just a cheater.
I think sometimes we
Right.
combine, like we've talked about on several
Monogamy
occasions
is
where
not
we've
for
said
It is not.
monogamy is not
It's
for
not.
everybody, and like we've talked
It
about, I
just-
think it's possible to be in love with more than one
It's
person.
not. For
I think
real.
that multiple people, just like relationships that you have with people, period, can be multifaceted, and you can be somebody to me just like, and more than one guy can be something to me that somebody else can't be to me. Like,
And
I think that
I feel
exists.
that. Like I feel that.
I mean, so I get that part.
We're not- I mean,
Yes.
because I do want a relationship, but to be honest, like when I think about marriage and commitment, like I get like anxiety. It's something within me. I kind of get like anxiety.
I don't
You
care
don't
about
wanna be
marriage.
of just with
Like
being,
to be married. I don't care to be married.
You don't.
Like at all.
I struggle with that.
I
I
don't-
want to be married. I used to be married, and I want to be married. I struggle with wanting to be married again.
Can I ask
do,
you a question?
But I don't.
I wanna and I like to ask everybody this, and I try not to be so the anti-marriage person. Why?
Why what?
Why you want to be married? I want to ask everyone individually why.
You know what? For me,
Leave out the Bible. Leave out any religious
no,
thing.
I'm leaving all of that. So for me, it's more of I do kind of like having my own person, feeling like this is my man, my husband. More for like stability, like all of that. And so kind of like when I think of like a husband, like this is my man and I'm his woman. But like for me, like when you dating somebody, they're not really yours. Even like when it's just your boyfriend, they're not really yours. And so that's kind of like my take on it.
Okay, so, and this is me just I'm growing and in and out of relationships, and I've been in a relationship for the past 2.5 years, which is very different for me. So I feel like a lot of people go wrong with possessiveness in relationships and marriages. And what stood out for me is he's mine, that's mine, and that's what I want. I want him to be mine. That's what, okay. So when people see marriage, that's mine, that's my, and so to me, I'm thinking control. So me, I want to love somebody so deep, so hard that if you are happy away from me, that's what I want from you. But people can't get to that because it's so possessive. You get what I'm saying? It's so possessive.
No, I get
but
it.
true love means I can let you be where you want to be, even if that's not with me.
Well, I think
And I feel like people are just so possessive with love, and if they was just more open with love and not as possessive, like this is mine, like even not being so jealous. You get what I'm saying?
No.
I try to remove that in my relationship.
I've grown actually because I was that person. It was more okay. This is my husband. I don't want my husband talking to this woman. You can't do this. You can't do that. I don't want you. I was that person because I did feel like, well, you my husband. Why do you need to talk to this woman and that woman? So that was me. So going forward, when I do get it'll still be you're still my man, but it won't be to the point of. I'm keeping a close tab on you or reins on you to where you can't be free. You can still be free, and I do want to love you in an open setting to where I can trust you to be out there and you love me so much to where you know that I'm yours and you're mine. So yes, that was me, and that didn't get me anywhere.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
I've been in a possessive relationship too, and I don't like that. But so like I said, me going forward, it's not going to be about possessiveness. It will be about being open and me being who I am. Without, like you said, I can't get into the car with your friend because I'm not supposed to do that. Like, allow me to be me and allow me to be who I want to be. Right. So that's the type of relationship that I want to be in. Allow me to be me, be free, be around my friends, and trust me, and I want you to be able to do the same thing.
For me, marriage has never been, like, I've never been married. So I have my 2 babies. I've been engaged a couple of times. My biggest thing is I've always like observed people and their actions and how they are. And like I get really skeptical of like if small things happen and you ready to flee. Like I don't want us to be in a long-term thing and something small happen and you ready to run out the door. Marriage to me would be more of a legal thing. Just to protect myself and my kids. I mean, so for to be able to say, if my husband dies and he has a pension or he has any kind of retirement or he has anything that is supposed to rightfully go to us so that his family doesn't intercede, so it doesn't become. Get married, actually. Is that I mean, and I understand that. I'm not saying that specifically give me your money.
No, I'm saying like with this house. This is my house. If I have a husband and come in here and I die. And he well, I don't want your kids to have nothing. Well, hold up, because those are my kids. No,
that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is like,
what my mindset is.
So what I'm saying is like, I know people who's like moms who are like, I don't really like you, and I'm his wife with his children. We've been living here. Who's people who if I don't have the ability to be able to continue to live here under this roof, if it belongs to him and it doesn't belong to me. Do you get what I'm saying? So then if it goes to next of kin. So if all I am is your girlfriend, and I've been living in this home, it's possible that your family can come in and put me and my kids out. So for
you're
that,
looking at it for like protection.
That's what I said, for protection. Give me. I don't care about your money. Whoever you designate that to, by all means do that. What I'm saying is protection for me and say our children, so that people can't just come in at some point and put us out of something that you would have rightfully given to us or that you would have rightfully wanted for us.
I understand.
And so that's where I see, when I say marriage, that's where I see marriage. I don't necessarily see it as something to say you're mine, because I'm that person that feels like if I'm really yours and you're really mine, then we don't necessarily have to have a piece of paper to say I'm yours and you're mine. I believe that you'll come home every day because you love us and because you truly want to be here.
I'm saying you're mine because I want that last name.
Yeah, and I'm a whole different because I'm gonna be the only married one. I'm married. So the thing is, with me wanting to be married, it was more of, I think, stability. Like, my parents was married but divorced at a young age, and they never had stability the whole time they was married anyway. It was just a whole messed up situation, like, family-wise. So when I thought about it, I had my kids, I'm like, I'm just not going to create that same cycle for my kids. So when I get with somebody, and I don't like the dating thing. That's never been me. I don't like getting to know this person and getting to know this person. If I get right with this one person and we got that vibe, it's going to be some good times. It's going to be some bad. That's in any relationship. So I'm not going to sit up and we're not just going to date. My thing is, I feel as if you really love me and I really love you, I'm going to need you to make me your wife and not just be out here saying, that's wifey. No, I'm going to need your last name. So my thing is, we need to give my kids some stability when they have the two parents in the home. Because I'm just big on that because it never happened in my family. So I was like, no, that's going to be me. That's going to be me. I want my babies to be raised with mama and daddy. And that's just what it is. I just don't want you to see me have a boyfriend, her, and then maybe time I'm, no. That's just not just what I wanted for my kids.
So, as far as a marriage, currently I'm in a relationship, the most stable relationship I've been in. He owns the house. If anything was to happen, everything is mine and me and my sons that we have together. And we're not married. But we have everything written out. And vice versa, currently. Now, we would both have to, say if we split, then we both have to advise. But at the end of the day, he's not having any more kids. He had one and done, which is, I have a 1-year-old with him, and literally he went to go get a vasectomy after. Didn't ask me anything. He only has one. I have one outside of him. And he had one with me and went to go have a vasectomy. Like, I'm not about to play with no women no more. So, but I'm saying, and I see, and he's been married. But I see, like, I don't want to be with anyone else. And I don't think he wants to be with anyone else. And it's so free and trusting. It's no arguing. Actually, sometimes I try to make sure I don't self-sabotage because it's that dang good.
So that's, if it works for y'all, though.
It is that good. Like,
that's a blessing, actually.
Yeah.
It's that good. Like, I just be like, like, I literally can get anxiety thinking about it. Just because probably previously where my life's been, I've never had anything like that. So I'm always like antsy, like, is any day it's going to be the day that it's going to be messed up? No, I've even went, like, before even moving, I was living in Dallas, I got a counselor, and he had to wake me up to that, like, of self-sabotage. I don't think people realize that. I think sometimes people have dealt with so much pain, hurt, they don't even know how to handle when something is good to them.
That's right.
And I've dealt with women. True. I even dealt with women that I had to realize that. I've dealt with friends and girls that I'm like, why you like this? I'm giving you all of this. You and you're being so mean. You're talking down. You're being hated. You're being hatred. Courtside tickets. I'm paying the bills for it. Like you got a hand. Why are you being hate? Like having so much hate. But people get people that's doing good things to them and having people love them in a way that.
So I actually dealt with it on the other end. I was actually with a guy who we didn't argue or anything like that, and he actually would intentionally try to pick at me because he wanted to pick an argument because it was like it was too good to be true for us not to argue. And then when we did have an argument, he was like, "This is the most controlled argument I ever had." And it's because you're so used to somebody yelling and screaming and stuff, and I don't communicate like that.
I think also sometimes just being that person, because sometimes I have to find myself And I have been the person who has to stop and say, okay, maybe I'm picking. Maybe I'm looking for something. Or am I creating something bigger? Am I, am I creating like something that's creating conflict? And like, then I'll stop and be like, okay, this is you. Like, this is you. And it's hard because if you've been down roads where things just weren't always functioning and things weren't always right, and you're expecting that, when is this going to turn into something bad? Or even if it never turns into anything bad, recognizing that, oh my gosh, I think I might be self-sabotaging, it can be hard.
And you told me that in relationships, that because your past experience with him made you feel like he could possibly leave any day.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not going to say you did self-sabotage, or maybe you did to some extent.
I think sometimes I just kind of get
like,
into this space of like, what is this going? Like, where is, like, what are we doing here? Like, if you really, and then you have society also who says, if you love me, you'll do this. And I've had to learn to come out of, because I'm like you, I'm not the person who can live in a box, so I don't really have norms, societal norms, like things like that. Like, I don't look to be in a marriage. Like, if I was in a relationship with someone and we were really happy, I could be satisfied with that.
I actually agree with you, because sometimes marriage could make things worse.
But
like,
I think what happens is sometimes you have your friends on the other side.
I think it's just the expectations.
But you have expectations.
And then just think about the things. I watch so much things, and y'all, I operate on a frequency of freedom. And I look at so many people in bondage when they're looking, marriage is holding them. Just marriage. And I'm sorry. I love him and I want to be with him. I love my kid and I love my family, but I don't want something, and I hate saying this word, but trivial, to keep me somewhere
that you don't necessarily
that can
be.
just, my happiness, sadness is a killer.
Right.
Why would I want to stay? And people are in this bond. No. Just no. I want to be
there, done that, and I don't believe in that no more.
Yeah, I see.
do not believe in that.
I didn't have my friend. Both people close to me has been married, military, and away. I had my friend come back with her family and look like she withered away because she didn't eat, because husband was taking calls in front of her from women and just treating her bad. And I'm just thinking, like, I know that being in a relationship wouldn't change that, because a relationship can still be hard to relieve. I mean to leave.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
But marriage is even harder.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Marriage is even hard. And still to this day.
It's a societal norm.
Still to this day, she's married to that man.
I wouldn't even say that. I mean, I would say it's hard to leave because you have stuff together. That's what.
Yes.
That's the hardest. That's the hardest part.
And then I think sometimes people are afraid to hear.
To me, that's
she's still married to him. She's still married to him.
No, not necessarily
they have
separate,
but
then some people like push in
outside
that space.
of them, like.
But I think people push you in that space of like, it's marriage, you have to work through this. It's marriage,
and that's what I don't like. And I'm not saying that, because being in a relationship, I mean, 10 years ago versus now, my advice used to always be, leave them. I'll grow a little bit, and now I understand that that's not going to be my first advice right now. I will not tell a woman to leave. I actually, even if she's cheated on, believe it or not, I still don't say leave. That's not my first thing. I'm just saying, even when a woman coming to me with this advice, back in the day, any little thing I would tell a woman to leave.
See, yeah.
Any little thing, but now you can grow with people. You can go deep in people, and I tell people, only you know that
and
answer.
that's the thing.
Only you know if this can salvage.
Yeah, when you're in a marriage, I think that it's something that, because it's family that calls a bearing on anything. They'll be all up in you. Well, you should make it, and And I go through that, because
I tell people you the only person that know whether you should leave.
You
know the answer to that.
You know.
Right.
You know the answer to that. Not
that's
me,
all that it matters.
not mama, not auntie. You know
And it don't
the
matter
answer.
what other people are going to say when you leave.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you want to be happy. So
Right.
it's just what you choose.
So
to
what's
do.
your tolerance level? Where are you at? Are you ready to leave? Are you ready to be done? Because if you're not, then by all means do what works for you to stay. But if you're ready to leave, then leave.
Then leave.
No, I think my next relationship, I just want us to live in 2 separate households.
No.
Be happy.
What you just said?
And
my hairdresser, I love
Instead.
seeing my hairdresser when I go see it. She be talking about that. Yes, across the street from each other. I forgot who she be like, oh yeah, because I can get my own thing and I just come and see you when I just was like,
and then you can go home. And then if he's having, I'm so serious, and if he's having a bad day, I can just go home. Like
that would be the
I could
life,
be
though,
like,
for real.
honey, I hope your day gets better. But
I'm gonna go to the house.
I'm gonna call you check on you in the morning.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and go home.
Yeah.
Things going well.
Exactly.
Things going great, and not even necessarily looking
For nothing else.
for marriage. No.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
I didn't.
I'm okay.
And
with
I don't think I take things that with, getting the information in, from his previous marriage, which is weird because we're 2 different types. She's more of a more prissier and I don't take the trash out. You need to do, and maybe that's a big difference because I'm more of a doer. If you know what I mean,
to be done.
because I've always been by myself. So it's going to get a complete difference. And she was raised with both of her parents, her mom and her dad doing a lot of things I do a lot of things for my parents. So it's just a difference in
who y'all are.
Me personally, no offense, I just call women like that. This is a little bit more needier. They don't get their hands dirty. Like, I'm going to change my tire. I don't give it. I'm a little bit more rough around the edges. I'm going to drink some beer. I'm going to change a tire. Do a little bit more boy things. And I can catch a tab too. Like, I don't feel like I'm too good to pay on a tab. And I don't know. I guess
I
maybe.
agree with you on all of that. I cut
Me
the grass,
too.
take the trash out.
Yeah.
Change the tire.
We'll have
And
pads.
that's
my
what
fingers
I
gonna
know.
get my
And I'm
hands
telling you,
dirty.
I never dated a guy.
Prissy one in.
He does all of that.
But some men
By
like
force,
prissy.
though.
Some men like prissy. Some men.
But I wouldn't
And
consider
that's
that-
what. And
I wouldn't
that's
consider that
it.
necessarily prissy. I just
The
don't
guy
think-
that I on and off and always had the issues with, I feel like who she is what he wanted me to be, and I wanted to be that so bad for him.
But that's
But
not.
that's
So
who
I
you
know.
Exactly.
I wanted to be that so bad for him. It was just so crazy. Like I was like, I just want to be a normal girl. Like I don't want to be
And you
like
are
rough
normal.
around the
You
edge.
are.
I
You
know,
is.
but I just that's what I thought the whole time dating this guy. I just wanted to be a
But
normal
we're not
girl.
for everybody, and we gotta realize that we're not for everybody.
Girl, you said I know you had
are.
to.
And it's like, I'm gonna be me, and if you don't like it, you probably
Right.
need to find somebody else.
Right.
You know?
So what I learned, what my mom has always told me, and I've told Dante that all the time, we're the exception and not the rule. And I had to learn that because I'm a lot like you. I'm really rough around the edges. I intimidate a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
People want me to be more prissy, and then they look at me and think I'm going to be that, but
Yep.
I'm not necessarily. I'm rough. I'm really rough around the edges. You might touch me and get shocked. It might stick you depending on the day. I can be quite I can self-sabotage sometimes. I mean, I'm not perfect. I get all that, but I'm not the prissy. I've never been the prissy girl. I'll take the trash out. I'll pick up a tab. I'll be real freaky in the bedroom. Like, that's just me. I mean, so when I learned my mom started saying it to me. You're the exception and not the rule. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand that you stick out and the things you do are going to be different and that you just have to embrace that difference. And so, I just had to learn to embrace it. So, anyway.
Yeah, because the very thing that you don't like about yourself, and you feel like somebody else don't like, somebody else will love it.
Yeah.
Somebody else will love that about you.
Yes, very much so. It is
And
somebody for
crazy.
everybody. I
Yeah.
feel like,
and that's why I've learned not to settle, because I know what I can bring to the table.
Right.
And I know that a man, I get up and cut the yard. I do
So
shit.
yo, what is this like? I see all these men complaining, and I feel like I know like about like women on the market, like or the market being just trash, and I feel like okay, we all know that it's just them. Period. It just has to be them. First of all, because second of all, I just know too many women. Like, maybe not too many women, but I know women that's doing it. And it's not even just the women around me. It's saying the media is like business, money. Like, we on it. So, like,
what is it?
Or are y'all, I mean,
you know
excuse
what it
me,
is
are y'all gay? Like, what?
No.
Like, why y'all complaining?
They have to, most of them have to step up to the plate and they're not willing to. That's how I feel.
Or a lot of them are, again, like I said, it's a lot of women. I think a lot of people these days have created a checklist of what it is they think someone's supposed to be.
I get turned off.
And we live in this world where people think like you get everything you want. So if you speak it into the universe, it's just going to show up. And I think a lot of people don't recognize that you have to give as much as you want to receive. And like I've said to Dante on so many occasions, it is market value. Some people think way more highly of themselves than they truly are putting out to people or truly willing to give. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So whereas I see that I feel like I deserve...
They're trying to...
I may need to compromise. And my compromising may mean that maybe I said I won't date a woman who don't have a corporate level job. Maybe I really need to date somebody who's okay, who works at 7-Eleven and has... I think men, just like men expect women to settle for men who work at certain things, I think some men need to bring their expectations of what they think they're supposed to have down. Just my thought.
I'm just thinking about the men that I run across. And
Oklahoma's dating pool is poor.
Very. I've told her that. I've told her go out.
The Oklahoma dating pool is just.
But for me, like if a guy just even open his mouth and act like he want to have sex to me, say something sexually to me, I'm just pretty much turned off.
And that's a lot of times
I'm turned off.
90%.
But and then they do it so soon.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be
like
we
didn't even get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let us get there first. But it'd be like within the first week of us talking, or maybe the first couple of days of us talking, and you want to talk about some sexual stuff.
It's a wrap.
I'm just not even gonna respond to you with this.
I'm just done. Right.
No. But anyway, it's been a good discussion.
It has. Brandi, where can they find you?
At Brandi Blaze on all social media. At Brandi
First
Blaze.
of all, I need you to know that Brandi Blaze does not automatically come up.
How do you spell Brandi Blaze?
BrandiBlaze.
Okay.
But it doesn't necessarily come up. So
I probably didn't change my name like 1,000 times.
No, what happens is you have to scroll over. So you have 2 pages. So you have your Brandi Blaze World or whatever. Because even when like tagging you today and stuff, you have to kind of scroll over to find your actual Instagram page. I know on Instagram you do. Now Facebook it came right up. But on Instagram, you have to scroll over because your actual page, even though I follow you on both pages, your actual page comes up at the end. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but it doesn't come up. So
I need that one to come up first.
Yeah, so the other one comes up first, and then and then you pull up. Like when you're trying to pull you up, it doesn't necessarily come up. So I thought I'd tell you that one. Then you have your OnlyFans page. What is that under?
Brandi Blaze. So it's going to be www.onlyfans. Like a / Brandi Blaze. BrandiBlaze.
Okay,
and subscribe
then,
for $14.99 a month.
And subscribe to my YouTube channel too, as well. It's Brandi Blaze. Okay. Yes, I'm on YouTube. My YouTube is a little bit of everything. I haven't really been putting up a lot of videos.
I mean, because
I have footage for days, but I'm more so just be like. No, that's not good enough. You know, I just need to be putting it out. But I do hair. But it's just all things me. Like I'm hair coloring, makeup, lashes. I'm about to do passion twists.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm about to do some passion twists. I'm scared, but it's gonna be bomb though. I already know. But yes, I'm back. And then I'll be making clothes and doing like all behind the scenes when I do my photo shoots.
Okay.
Like So, yep.
That's what's up.
Alrighty. And then Brandi will be joining us for the live podcast on
I'm
November
excited about
18th.
that. So, yes.
We'll bring her on, and you guys can get to enjoy Brandi again. As you know, we are on Instagram as Mocha Tea Podcast. We're on Facebook, Mocha Tea Podcast. We're on Twitter, Mocha Tea Podcast. All of them are the same exact name. So if you pull us up, Mocha Tea Podcast, you can follow us on any of those platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Anchor. We post a new episode every Sunday. So you guys are welcome to go back. You can actually go back on those episodes and go back to old episodes, catch up on episodes, pause the episode, come back to it later. Those are the outlets you can do that on. But then we're on Seattle Hip Hop Radio every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You guys follow, listen to him. He is a Black-owned business. I say that every single time because I know we always talk about us having our own and us promoting our own and us supporting our own. So that's a way to be able to promote, support, and actually just kind of be interactive with that platform as well. And he also plays us sometimes throughout the week, so you may be surprised. You may hear an episode that he's played throughout the week for us as well. And then if you want to get old school with us, because we have had quite a few people getting old school with us, get on our mochatea2018@gmail.com. We are still looking for vendors for the November 18th event. And the live event, sorry y'all, at ICE Event Center. So if you know anybody, you want to be any a vendor, let us know. It's $20 per table, and we have umpteen spots left. So I don't know. We can fill up the building with vendors, I guess. Do we have a limit on vendors? We haven't set a limit on vendors yet. So you guys come and be a part of it. It's gonna be dope. The last one was really fun. So
It was.
alrighty, and we are out.
Peace.
Bye.